Shout. Yo, before we get started here today, ladies and gentlemen, I would like for all of you guys to stop one moment and take this time to go follow my Instagram. If you're new to the channel, stop right there and hit the subscribe button. Go chain. Go chain. Alright, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Jumpstreet Kennels. We doing an update, a new video on our raw meat food diet for the dogs. This one is just, we got a couple of different recipes. This is just one of the recipes I use with chicken feed. So this is called a Jumpstreet chicken feed diet. Step 1, preparing the dog food. Alright, when I get started, I like to prepare my dog food. I start off with the dry dog food. Inside of this bucket, I have some KENNELSS and some Blue Wilderness mixed in together. First thing first, I like to add 2 scoops per dog. So I got 6 dogs. I'm just taking it easy. I'm just going to add like 10 scoops of this. So go ahead, let's get it started. After you pick the correct amount of food for how many dogs that you are making your food for, you got to hit them with some goat milk. Part of my secret recipe. It helps fatten them up, thicken up the bones, and give them an extra little something like fires, proteins, and nutrition. Step 2, start cooking the rice. As you can see, the more dogs, the more rice you add. So add your rice in, and then add your water. Make sure you leave a lot of room for your rice to blow up. Note, add plenty of water. You can never go wrong with too much water. But don't add too much water that you know that you're not going to use. Be sure that this rice is made sure for the dogs. Do not add no salt or no butter. Just straight water to the rice. For those of you who watch my other video and you notice that I'm making more water and more rice than I normally do, that's because I got more dogs and I gotta cook more for the more dogs that I have. But as you can see, still plenty of water. No. Don't drain the water off. That's why I said don't add too much water. Note, this is still part of step 1, preparing the dry dog food. You gotta add the egg. I normally do it right after I add my goat milk and make sure I mix it all together. But as I made the video, part of the video did not go through as in order. I normally add 1 egg per dog. That's why you see me adding 6 eggs to this, because I'm making this food for 6 dogs. So I added 6 eggs. Note, don't forget when you add in your egg to put the shell in too. Everything is good on the egg, including the shell. Again, for those of you who are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And for those of you who are not new to the channel and you watch my first raw meat video diet, I want you guys to tell me which one do you think you guys like better, the regular raw meat or the raw meat with the chicken feed diet of the one that I'm doing right now. Make sure you mix thoroughly. Like my son said in the first video, I ain't gonna lie, I don't see no better way than go ahead and go hands on and get your hands dirty. But you can mix it with a spoon. But make sure you get all of the dry dog food and the milk nice and wet with the egg. Make sure you get every piece wet. Step 3, add your vegetables. Little did you guys know, this is the most important part of the raw meat diet. You gotta have vegetables. Do not feed your dogs raw without vegetables. This helps them use the bathroom better smoothly and clean out their system. And no, just like you need vegetables, your dog need vegetables too. One of the main things outside of water, the key element to all life. Chop or blend your vegetables. It really doesn't matter. You can chop them up or you can blend them. Some people I've seen in some videos, they don't even chop them up. They just drop them in there, however they do it. Keep checking your rice. Make sure that you keep stirring it. You don't want your rice to get mushy. Just like you. You want all of your food to be like something that you would eat, so that your dogs will eat it and be healthy and happy too. And note this down. You can never have too much vegetables. So make sure when you add your vegetables, you do not be stingy and don't hold out. Like I said once before, the vegetables is good for them. There's one thing out of everything that you cannot never have too much of. As you can see me, I chop my vegetables up in the blender real nice and thin, and I put a lot of it in there to make sure that it's mixed in thoroughly. Finishing up with step 2, adding the rice. The rice will come out nice and hot, so make sure you don't boil yourself. It will be very hot. Do not do this part mixing with your bare hand. You will burn yourself. I learned that the hard way. You would think it may be common sense, but sometimes moving fast and dealing with dogs, you tend to think like a dog and don't use your head. Note, try to mix it as best as you can. Try to get the spoon, mix it, go all the way to the bottom, get all around the sides. Try to mix the rice in there as best as you can, like you did the vegetables. The bigger the container, the better. The more stuff you add, the harder it's going to get. As you can see me, I'm using a lot of muscle and a lot of strength. It's getting real thick now. And once when you add the hot stuff to it, it will dry the food up. Step 4, add your ground beef. Try not to add your ground beef in there when your rice is still scalding hot, because it will cook your ground beef a little bit. And the point of this meal is a raw meat diet, so you really don't want none of your food cooked. Sometimes in a rush, you'll do it fast, and your dogs would probably like it more if they eat it hot. But, you know, like I said, you want to feed them raw. Note, feeding 6 dogs, so I would need 2 of these. Ground beef should be one of the most things that you should have mixed into your food. It should be like one of the main supplements that you should be adding. So make sure you add plenty of ground beef and mix thoroughly to the T. Try not to put it in hot, like I said. As you can see with everything that I'm adding, it's getting harder and harder to add and to mix. I was starting off using the spoon. Note, like I said before, it's going to get hard to turn. So make sure your turning tool don't break. This is my first time trying this blue thing because I normally break my tool every other day. You would think I would have got a hang of it by now. Look at how colorful it's turned since I added the red raw meat with the green and orange vegetables, white rice. It's looking real delicious. Drop a comment. Would you eat some? Step 5, add your chicken feet. The moment you all been waiting for. The only thing different from this and my other raw meat diet, instead of adding sweet meat like we did last time, we adding chicken feet. These is one of the 2 of the many recipes that I feed my dogs on a daily. My dogs eat raw meat 3 times a day, and they eat it every day. Look at these raw chicken feet. Man, my dogs eat these as snacks. They love these things. Now that the food cooled off a little bit, it's easier to do it with my hand. Like I said, I'm not trying to break one of my tools while I'm making this video. So check me out as I'm stirring my feast up. I ain't gonna lie, if you can stir this with a spoon, you got a nasty flick in the wrist. Your whip game is something cold. Note this, I like it full of meat, so I added 2-pack. Aftermath, we love it. It's all gone. Yeah, I'm a dog too. I eat the dog food. Watch me. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Master Lord of the Pack, man. It's all good. Tastes good. Once again, I would like to thank all my viewers and my subscribers for watching. Man, we got a couple of videos that's going up there off the charts, man. I couldn't have did it without you.